Hey there, we're the AstroTwins, Tali and Ophira, and we're here with a little 2020 bonus forecast for you.
For every sign. In 2020, every zodiac sign is going to be a little out of character. Some years it's just like that. There are a lot of planets in earth signs, especially Capricorn, and they're creating a concentration of energy that's pushing us all in a very clear direction.
Yeah, it's like every sign gets an astrological assignment at the beginning of every year. So we're going to go through and tell every one of the zodiac signs what that is for you. So starting with Aries, the cardinal fire sign that starts off the zodiac. This is a very career-focused year where you want to concentrate on your top-tier goals and not get distracted. Aries, you need to screen out everyone else's agenda and focus on the thing that's going to bring the greatest rewards, especially financially and in terms of your leadership. And remember, only you know what's best for you.
Now, Taurus, you're a sign that really likes security. You like to plan, you like to know what to expect. We're not saying you're boring, you're definitely not, but you do have your ways. But in 2020, you're being asked to step outside of that comfort zone and really take some risks. Now, risk-taking means you don't always know how it's going to turn out. Some of the things you try may work, some may not. But the point here is to get out of your comfort zone and think big.
Now, Gemini, you're usually the social butterfly of the zodiac, but in 2020, your job is to be a little more introspective or make that a lot. You need to create a private sanctuary for yourself where you can go and journal and dream and look within, listen to music, work on your own creativity, because what you produce by the end of this year is going to be epic.
Cancer, you're already a pretty relationship-oriented person, but in 2020, you're being asked to really have a balanced give and take in your relationships. A lot of the times, Cancers are either always taking care of everyone and giving, or you're kind of dependent on others to make the plans for you and show you the way. So in 2020, if you're the person who's dependent, be a little more autonomous, take charge and leadership. And if you're the person who is always taking care of everyone, give the load back to them.
That's right. Leos, while you are known for being theatrical, even if you deny it, you always have a way of making an entrance, whether you're being quiet or ta-da. Well, 2020 is a lot more understated of a year than usual. There's a real focus on getting all your systems in order. It's almost like you've gone from being the star to being the production manager who works backstage and organizes everything. It's a great year to take care of your health. Get your job life hacked, your systems in place, so that next year you, and probably a few cameos this year, you can get back into the spotlight knowing that everything is in perfect order.
So Virgos, you're kind of switching places with Leo in a way. You're usually the stage manager and the responsible one, but this year you are the star. So let that inner performer out. We like to tell all the Virgos, Beyonce is your sign too. So you let that consummate superstar come out and shine. This is also a great year for love and wearing your heart on your sleeve. Let people know how you feel rather than protecting yourself by trying to always look like you've got it together.
Yes, no need for that. Libras also kind of switching places there too. You tend to be very outgoing and need a lot of people around or people coming to visit you. But this year is much more about finding that place to call home. If you don't feel centered or like you have enough privacy or peace or sanctuary where you live, you're going to have to make some big changes. If you do love your home, there may be something that you want to improve about it, or maybe you want to entertain more often, or somehow create the space so that it really becomes, in tune with the life that you're living now in the new decade.
Yeah. Scorpios, you tend to be a little under the radar, mysterious. And this year is all about coming out, sharing your opinions, your ideas, exploring new neighborhoods and hangouts. Your social life is on fire. So you may say you're not a joiner, or you like to do things or feel out the situation before you really let your guard down. None of that this year. Put on those social butterfly wings that Libras aren't using and go meet new friends and let people know more about who you are.
Yep. Now, Sagittarius, also generally one of the more nomadic signs. It's funny, Sagittarians and Tauruses are kind of trading places in 2020. You're much more like a Taurus. This year you could get in touch with a creature of comfort that lives within the nomad that you usually are. This is a year where at first it might feel a little bit boring. You have to clean house, fix up your systems, make sure everything's in place. And, at times that may feel a little bit slow and frustrating, but you'll be very happy to have everything in order and have that peace of mind. Your finances will benefit from it. You want to focus on that too. Like, this could be a big money year for you, but you kind of have to lather, rinse, repeat instead of starting a million projects and getting spread too thin.
Now, Capricorns, you are having one of the best years you've had in a long time. It's a huge year. 3 major planets in your sign, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto, which amounts to a cosmic coming out party for you. So, drop that mask, drop that guard, drop some of those responsibilities you're always carrying, because probably half of them aren't even yours. And put yourself first. It's okay. Let it rip. Let everybody see who you are. You and the Scorpios are really coming out of hiding this year. Maybe you should start a band with a Scorpio or something. But, nonetheless, it's actually a great year for a solo act. So what is it that you have wanted to do for so long, Capricorn? Go there.
Yep. And don't bring anyone along for the ride out
No
of obligation.
apologies. No apologies.
Aquarius, you're the Zodiac's cheerleader, community person, and yet in 2020, you are craving more solitude. This is a year to retreat, to pull back, to really assess, because you're beginning a new 29.5-year cycle that really kicks in at the end of this year, where you're going to be redefining yourself. So before that, your 2020 assignment is to clean house, give it the deep Marie Kondo treatment on every level, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, so that you can have a real clear picture about what you want to attract next. You're a very attractive force this year, though. So be careful what you wish for and be clear about what you want to manifest.
Because you are a big receptor of energies and attractor. So last but not least, the Pisces. It's a very outgoing year. You tend to be very absorbent of people's energies around you. You're kind of an emotional sponge. So you're going to want to be careful because you're going to be surrounded by people almost nonstop. You're learning how to detach a little bit, how to step back from your feelings or feeling like you have to fix people's problems, and really just having more lightness in your life. Getting involved in a humanitarian or social or community project, or maybe something involving technology could be really big for you. But there is really power in numbers for Pisces in 2020. So go find your people and lead them to do something world-changing, no matter what scale that is on. So that is the forecast for every sign for 2020. You can see our self-care horoscopes every day at Parade. And we're the AstroTwins, Ophira and Tali Edut. Happy 2020.
Happy New Year.